Monkey.
Now, Michaela Myer versus Alycia Baumgardner was a fantastic fight. I liked what I seen from both women in this fight. Michaela Myer had a fantastic jab, and Alycia Baumgardner, she is very, very explosive. Almost like a Sean Porter, she reminds me of. Very, very explosive, very, very quick. But Alycia Baumgardner, she punches a lot harder than someone like Porter. Relative to her opposition. Obviously, if they both hit a punching bag, Porter would hit way harder, but Porter, against top welterweights didn't really hit that hard, whereas Alycia Baumgardner, in comparison to her opposition, hits a lot harder, and you could see she was marking up the face of Michaela Myer, and her shots were the more eye-catching shots. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are wondering. Do I think it is a robbery? No, I do not believe this fight is a robbery. Now, let me explain. A robbery is where someone clearly wins a fight and they don't get the decision. Did Michaela Myer clearly win the fight? No, it was a close fight. I actually scored this fight a draw, and I thought it would go in Michaela Myer's way, and I'll tell you why. It was the commentary. The Sky Sports commentary was awful. I mean, they just wanted Michaela Myer to win this fight, but obviously it didn't go that way. The commentary team can deceive people into believing a certain thing is happening even though it's not happening. Whenever Alycia Baumgardner landed quality shots, the commentary was not calling it, and I noticed it during the fight. This is not something I thought about after. I was like, why aren't they calling these amazing shots? I mean, she's really hurting Michaela Myer. I felt like if she was just able to get on the inside more, she probably could have got the stoppage. I'm talking about Alycia Baumgardner, but Michaela Myer has a very, very good jab. You know, she was hitting Alycia Baumgardner from very long range, and Alycia was struggling to get on the inside at times. But when she did get on the inside, I mean, she was throwing amazing body shots. She was throwing hooks, and they were really putting a lot in terms of damage on Michaela Myer. Now, I think it was maybe the fourth or fifth round where Michaela Myer almost dropped Alycia, but she was just able to hang on, and she was able to survive. Because for me, the first two rounds were very clear. I gave them to Alycia, whereas Michaela Myer came back from about maybe round 3 to 4, maybe round 5. She was in the ascendancy. There were a lot of swing rounds. There were rounds where Michaela Myer was boxing pretty well, but then Alycia would come back with, very, very big shots. And you can't look past that shot. You can have someone who's boxing well, who's boxing decent, landing some good jabs, but when you're coming with such eye-catching shots, it's very, very hard to look past. That's why I was so, shocked by the commentary. It was almost bizarre. Extremely biased commentary, in my opinion. Sky Sports did an awful job in terms of calling the fight. Because if you're just a casual and you're watching that fight, you would think that Michaela Myer, deserved a unanimous decision because of the awful commentary, the misleading commentary. You need to call shots from both fighters. If Michaela Myer lands something good, call it for her. And if Alycia Baumgardner lands something good, call it for her. Don't be selective. So yes, I don't think it was a robbery. If you do believe that Michaela Myer won the fight, I'm not going to argue with that because it was a close fight. I said that I thought it might go to Michaela Myer, maybe by 1 round, maybe by 2 rounds. I was not surprised if it was a draw. If it were a draw, I would not be surprised at all. And if Alycia Baumgardner won it by 1 or 2 rounds, I could also see that as a possibility. So me personally, I scored it a draw, but if it went either way, I wasn't too bothered. Now, what I didn't like, in the post-fight interviews when Alycia Baumgardner said that she will not give Michaela Myer a rematch. I think that is wrong. This was such a competitive fight. It was such a close fight that I believe Michaela Myer deserves a rematch. People are going to say that, well, she's not confident. She didn't think she deserved to win. That's why she doesn't want a rematch. That's why I feel as Alycia Baumgardner should essentially silence the critics and go out and take the rematch. I really didn't like her saying, you know what, I'm not giving her a rematch and so on and so forth. But yeah, listen, it was a close fight. If Alycia won, which she did, no problem with that. If Michaela Myer won, I had no problem with that. And even if you scored it a draw, I had no problem with that. It was a very back and forth competitive fight where Michaela Myer, after a few rounds, established her jab. You know, even though Alycia was a lot stronger in the first 2 rounds, after the first 2 rounds, Michaela Myer's jab, you know, she was tagging Alycia, but then when Alycia came back, you know, with hooks to the body, with, you know, left hook upstairs, you know, you could really see the impact it was having on Michaela Myer. You know, Alycia is very, very explosive, incredibly explosive. No, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that level of explosiveness, you know, in a women's boxing match because I don't often watch women's boxing, so I don't know what to expect. I'm being honest, you know. This fight, maybe the Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano fight, and the Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall fight, you know, I can't remember watching many more women's boxing fights, so it's hard to know what to expect. I did not expect Alycia to, you know, essentially have those fast twitch muscle fibers where she's very, very explosive. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be all surprised if you just look at her. I guess you could say physique. You can see it in her body. She's got, you know, she's very muscle bound at her weight class, and it looks like she carries it naturally because I doubt she's doing heavy weights. You know, you don't really want to be doing that for boxing. It affects your conditioning. So yeah, Alycia Baumgardner, very explosive, you know, very powerful. Michaela Myer has a fantastic jab. I would like to see a rematch. You know, I'm content with the decision. If it went Michaela Myers' way, I would be content. And if it was a draw, I'd be content. We need a more conclusive decision, hopefully in a rematch. Hopefully Alycia Baumgardner, you know, hears what people are saying and gives Michaela Myer a deserved rematch. It was a fantastic fight, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Alright, peace.